go off to a fucking banquet. Since we've done our little entry-level quest where we've impressed the local leader, so they have now invited us to a fucking banquet. That's how shit works. Again, it's I write my TTRPG shit too. Like, I get it. You gotta give the little guy something to do and give them a reason to be like noticed by the people in charge, because then there's a reason for you to talk to the people in charge and actually get given real stuff to do, right? Like, I understand this. This is normal to me. Again, I don't really see like the problem with having started with a very little problem, which is, oh no, the local beast tribe is trying to do something, and then you stop them. And then there's some Ascian thrown in for good measure. That's a pretty good starting quest, right? And then that leads you to speak to the leader. And in this case, it's Merlu, and she's fucking awesome. She's my favorite out of the three leaders. By far. I love her to pieces. She's so cool. High Society. Commodore Reyna wishes to speak with you regarding the forthcoming banquet. I'm not sure you understand just how unusual it is for the Admiral to invite an adventurer to a state banquet. It is a highly coveted honor. Why, even the officers under her direct command are rarely afforded such recognition. But I will not deny you have earned it. Many of the tasks you have performed in service to the Thalassocracy have been both difficult and dangerous. This is a reward for all of your effort, a nod to your many achievements, both large and small. Has the enormity of this moment yet to sink in? Perchance you will realize its significance when you stand before the assembled dignitaries of Limsala Minsa. And now that I have imagined the scene, I realize that you will require attire suitable for the occasion. I suggest you visit the Wrench and see what Beteron can arrange. He is surprisingly knowledgeable about such things. Yeah, I mean, we should not turn up anywhere in our current getup. That's just not good. It's not going to impress anybody. We're gonna stick out like a sore thumb. We're gonna have to take my headgear off, and it's doing my head in. It's doing my head in. Well, if it ain't Meryl's guest of honor. Hobnobbing with the high and mighty now, is it? I tell you, lad, I damn near snorted ale out me nose when I heard the news. You've come a long bloody way, you have, and that's the truth. Well, one thing's for sure, you'll not want for decent grub. These banquets hated by the bleeding Bismarck most. 'Tis a grand chance to fill your belly to bursting with fine ale, and more importantly, free food. But we can't have you turning up in your shite cage venturing gear. No, the hero of the hour needs to have a touch of refinement about him. If only to stop folk complaining about when he stuffs his face with cake. Take yourself over to the auction and speak to Janice Rim of the Brigand Consortium. He'll furnish you out with some general meat to wear. I'd already had word with her, so yeah, all you need to do is pick up the goods when you bring them back here, so I can tell you what's what. Okie dokie, we need to... Where exactly are we going? Oh, like, just outside. So that's downstairs. right near the bloody throat. Good evening, sir. I assume you're the underdressed gentleman, but see, he was not exaggerating. I've chosen these especially for your debut in polite society. Fear not, I am certain you will absolutely adore them. Alrighty, back to Battle. Make sure that we actually have something nice to wear. Like how much they've like put in thought into this. It's like, no, you can't just show up in bullshit. Been to see Jacindim, have you? Let's have that box then. Here we go, a nice pair of dress shoes for ya. A bloke might have added much else to his name, but as long as he's got a decent pair of shoes on his feet, they ain't nowhere he can't go. Thinks of them as a gift from me and all the other folk you done right along. Aye, aye, it is a very moving gesture, I know. Just don't go welling up on me, eh? Wouldn't do for your limbs as old hero to turn up at the banquet soaked in his own tears and snot. Any road, that's your garb sorted. Now you just need to settle your nerves. Tell me when you're ready and I'll tell you where you're meant to go. Alrighty, we got some new shoes. Let's put our new shoes on. Gonna have to put our new shoes on. Are they in our inventory? No, they get put into our... Why do they get put in here? That's so smart. Put my dress shoes on. There we go. Such an improvement. I have to remove the fucking headgear. No. I can't anymore. A mizzenmast repast. Belderon wants you to let him know when you are ready to depart for the banquet. I think we're quite ready. We've got our new fucking shoes on. That's perfect. You're ready when you're ready? Then are ya? Good. The banquet will be starting soon. If you waited any longer, I'd have considered it my civic duty to hit you over the head and drag you there. Now, make sure you're wearing them fancy shoes when you turn up, alright? Carrying them won't do no good. They're meant to make you look like a gentleman, remember? Not a gentleman's bleedy lackey. As for directions, the feast's being held on the bridge in the Admiral's briefing. Speak with that Xanthanael in the bulwark hall and he'll show you the way. Just keep that head out eye. After everything you've done for Limsa, you've no good reason to be proud. And don't go letting no eyeborn. Alright, I'll take that advice, Belder. I will not let anyone bully me. No one is going to bully me. I am going to go down there and be the best version of myself. The best little gnome I can be. Hello, I am here for the banquet. Dress shoes? Fancy dress shoes. Adventurer wearing fancy dress shoes. Oh, now those are some fancy dress shoes. Come, adventurer. I will show you the briefing room. Is there like reminding himself who he needs to let through? It's me, I'm an adventurer in fancy dress shoes. Oh, look at me go. I know some of the people here.
Brothers and sisters of the sea, join me now in honoring this man for his services to our great nation. May the navigator guide and protect him on his journey, till sea swallows all.
Look at me. I'm fitting in just fine.
These pirates you encountered with the the tattooed faces. They call themselves the Serpent Reavers. Their ranks are formed of cutthroats and madmen who have pledged themselves body and soul to the primal Leviathan. From what we have gathered, they sought to swell their numbers by spiriting away any soul unfortunate enough to cross their path. I need not tell you the depth of the animosity between us and the Sahagin. How any seaman worth his salt could devote himself to the fishback's god is a question for a more temperate mind than mine. But, thanks to you, our citizens may once more go about their daily lives, safe in the knowledge that they will not be dragged into the darkness by those execrable curs.
Such an extraordinary glow.
Uh-oh. Have shinies now.
This is one of the crystals of light.
By the Navigator.
After our encounter with the Gubu, you had a vision, did you not? Of a towering crystal.
Damn right I did.
You bathed in her light.
Y'shtola's conclusion is clear, and I see no reason to doubt it. You are the vessel of a higher power. This being from your vision was the Mother Crystal. Your description matches what little we know of her. And if she has chosen you, then your deeds may yet shape the fate of nations, as once did the deeds of the Warriors of Light. Know you the tale? Like you, they were not of these lands, yet they fought to protect us all against the corruption of the Primals. When the Garlean Empire began its conquest of the realm, these heroes joined the Grand Companies and helped reforge the Eorzean Alliance.
Getting some backstory
And
now
at the Battle
from
of Carteneau, they took the field
1.0.
beneath our banners to fight for everything we hold dear. It was on that day, in the midst of that hell, that we lost them. Every soul who survived that battle will never forget how it was to fight beside them. We are proud to call them our comrades. Yet whenever we try to shout their names, the sound dies in our throats. And whenever we strain to see their faces with our mind's eye, naught but their shadows appear to us, set against a blinding light. Ask any true Eorzean who knew them, and the story will be the same. It is for this reason that we call them the Warriors of Light. When I look upon you, I cannot help but be reminded of them. Keep that crystal safe. In time, I believe the Mother Crystal will make clear her reasons for bestowing it upon you. Heed well her words, adventurer, for it is Hydaelyn herself who speaks.
Here we fucking go. Echo time. Because, I mean, they have to, like, essentially give us a bit of a background into what happened in 1.0. Because some of the events, like, are important. And for the people who didn't play 1.0, like me, you don't know any of this shit unless... So... And it's specifically the Battle of Carteneau that is the most important event from 1.0.
Show those Imperial whore sons what we're made of.
The left flank
And also, you just get to see the three leaders be badasses, which is awesome.
The yellow serpents are in need of succor. Pray, send the white wolves to their aid. The adventurers risk life and limb for our cause. We must not fail them.
And it's this whole like background into how the Eorzean alliance happened, because I mean, they didn't have an alliance before the Warrior of Light got in, the Warriors, and that essentially, you know, got them all working together like they are, and that gives us the political background of ARR.
Bloody hells! The barrier won't go down so easily. Eyes forward!
As much as like the Admiral is my favorite out of the three, I think Reborn has the coolest story though. Reborn's story is the coolest out of the three leaders. I know that he's not really meant to be a leader, but I mean he is. He just fucking is. Like, coming from the streets of Uldar after having fled because of like the El Amigo problem going on, right? And essentially being a gladiator until he got told to be a guardian, right? He just kicked ass so much in the gladiators arena that the fucking, you know, little empress of the city is like, hey, you know what? You can be my bodyguard. And then he's just a really good war general on top of all of that. I don't know, I really love his story. It's so great. And how they like bring it back at the end of AR. Yeah, it's at the end of AR where they bring it all together and you see like his whole story and how it is still affecting him. It's so great. Like, I like him as I still like the Admiral better, but he has the best story by far, easily.
Can they not be reached?
Sorry, Admiral. Shell's not working.
What of our own?
I cannot say, my lady. That monstrosity appears to be disrupting our communications.
We must keep trying. Call till they respond.
Yes, my lady.
Admiral, General, we can do no more. We must give the order to withdraw.
I will not forsake Louis Soir.
General, please. Victory may belong to the bold, but there will be no victor this day. You know this to be true. Let us not sacrifice lives in vain. The adventurers fight bravely, but to no avail. Let them withdraw, and let us be the ones to stand with Louis Soir.
Belay previous orders. All Maelstrom units are commanded to fall back, effective immediately. Give the foreign levy priority. Let the main host cover their retreat and bring up the rear.
Damn it! Relay the order. All flames are to withdraw. I don't care if our link cells are useless. You still have a working pair of legs, don't you? Well, use them, you bloody half-wit!
The outcome of this battle was long since decided. Better to retreat now than risk a massacre.
I do like this scene because it's such a good introduction to the three leaders and like their personalities, what their leadership is like.
Who?
Like, seeing them in like a bad situation is such good insight to give you a good amount of idea of what their vibe is.
To your positions.
So it's very cool. They use the having to give lore on Carteneau to also introduce characters and characterization to them. Including Eorzean bullshit, so it's great. They're like, we'll talk about calamities later. But like, the Battle of Carteneau is a calamity. And the Eorzean's goal is to create calamities for reasons that will become apparent much later on. Morning, sunshine. All a bit much for you, was it? What happened? You don't remember then. Field over in the middle of the banquet caused a right stir. Had to carry you back to the bench myself. Well, I say carry. 'Twas more a matter of dragging and rolling. Too much cake, I reckon. Any road. Don't fret. 'Tis little wonder you were exhausted after everything we've been through lately. Your little nap seems to have put some colour back in your cheeks, though, so I'll leave you to it. Bugger, I almost forgot. The Admiral wants to have a word with you. When you feel up to it, talk to Xanthril and he'll let you in to the command. Oh, and stay awake, eh? I'm told old Merle was in the middle of telling you a story and you started snoring last time, and I doubt she'll look kindly on you if you repeated the trick. Okie dokie. Time to go talk to the Admiral again. And hopefully she's not upset at me for spoiling things. It's fine, I'm sure they understand. I just had some big huge flashbacks, you know? Just normal hero stuff. Greetings, Shalado. Admiral Blowsford awaits you in the command room. Shall I announce you? Yep, you shall. Ah, Shalado. It is good to see you on your feet again. Are you recovered? Then let us waste no time. I have a task that needs doing, one I would entrust to no other. The duty I have in mind for you requires some explanation. I do hope you have not made other plans. The business, then. The Lementian envoy, Melibu, wishes to entrust you with an important task. So many people are giving us important tasks. I have penned a letter to each of my counterparts in the Eorzean Alliance. The Battle of Carteneau and the calamity that followed claimed countless lives. It has been 5 years since those of us who were spared dragged ourselves from the ashes to look upon an Eorzea we scarcely knew. 5 years, and yet the people still suffer. Their lives were fraught with worry and hardship, and the warriors of light who might once have given them hope are gone. Yet, we must press on regardless. We will never truly do so, however, till we have faced our past. To that end, I'm proposing that a memorial service be held in each of the city-states on the 5th anniversary of the Battle of Carteneau. These letters contain the details of said proposal, and I would have you deliver them to our allies as my personal envoy. You have proven yourself a staunch and able ally to Limsa, but that is not my only reason for choosing you. No, I choose you because you possess a quality which puts me in mind of history's champions. Quality I feared lost. Say that you will perform this duty. I knew you would not disappoint me. This task shall take you far from the borders of our nation to the city-states of Carteneau and Uldar. A grueling journey, to be sure, were you to travel by sea and land, but I mean to have you take to the skies. We get to go on the airship. An airship pass, to be used at your discretion. Airships bound for the nations of our allies leave from the land connected to the bridge. But before you depart, I suggest you trouble Bedouin for a few pearls of wisdom regarding each of your destinations. The old bastard is nothing if not well-travelled. 'Tis a pity I cannot issue such passes with a free hand, as I did in peaceful times, when berths were not so limited. But in these times of war, every craft we commit to the clouds risks destroying the eye. And every voyage must needs be born of necessity. Lest you doubt, consider your place well deserved. Nor am I alone in that opinion. There were other parties who would see you granted the privilege of air travel. Aye, Shalado, your deeds do not go unnoticed. Full many see great promise. I have flattered you enough. On behalf of Limsa Limensa and her people, bid you go forth, adventurer. Discover the realm for which so many have fought and died. Wonder and danger await you in equal measure, but turn not from either. Only by braving the unknown will you achieve the greatness of which you are surely capable. The light of the crystal guides you, and I wager that your destiny will be no small thing. Alright, we now get to visit the other cities. Time to go. Down to the air. Wait, we have to go to Battle first. Not down to the airship, to the drowning one first. We need our pearls of wisdom, that's right. We definitely need pearls of wisdom. Back from your meeting with the Admiral, are ya? Personal bleeding envoy? So you'll be carrying the word of the Admiral herself to the leaders of the Alliance? Bugger me, I knew you was going up in the world, but I didn't realise you got that bloody high. I'm proud of you, lad. Thinking how far you've come. Why, 'tis enough to bring a tear to me eye. And that ain't the ale talking either. Well, not just the ale at any rate. Bless the navigator for steering you my way. 'Cause this is only the start. Now you got your hands on an airship pass, the whole of Eorzean is laid out before you like a fair maid on a featherbed. Aye, and she's a big girl too, with plenty of enticing nooks and crannies. If you think our Lementians are characters, just wait till you get your paths with the grim forest dwellers of Gridania and trade coins with the crafty merchants of the dark. And then there's the wild places where the beasties rule and no bugger with an ounce of sense sets foot. But you're a venturer, so I wouldn't let a little thing like that hold you back. Of course, it ain't all exploring and excitement. There's an heap of troubles that plague every nation, see? Tain't just ours. I'm talking intrigue and infighting, beastmen and their gods dead primals, aye. There's an ugly side to life, and sooner or later you're bound to walk into it. I'll wager there's bugger all out there, so you can handle. Something tells me you're gonna do to be just fine. The realm's at it rough, 'tis true, but folk are beginning to recover from the beating the calamity dealt 'em. Call me an hopeless optimist, but it wouldn't take much to turn things round. 'Tis the perfect time for a venturer like yourself to get out there and make a difference. Well, what you waiting for? Oh, off we go then, to the airship landing. We are going to farewell Limsa for the moment, and go on a little bit of a tour. Greetings, sir. This is the count of our passengers travelling to Gridania. Wait, aren't you that famous adventurer? It's Shalado Halado, isn't it? I thought I recognized you. You're an inspiration to us all, sir. Penguin Skyways is at your disposal. Will you be travelling with us today? Yes, that was indeed my customer service voice. Off we go, hopping on our airship. Yes, boarding. So, attention all passengers, the airship bound for Gridania is about to depart. Please make your way to the boarding gate. This is exciting. We get to finally leave our little local place. Don't forget to fucking attune to the Aetherite. Don't forget to fucking attune to... That is my mantra right now. So I'm gonna fucking forget to attune to the fucking Aetherite. Oh, look at them. Look at all the NPCs being proud of us. I can only name about half of them. Good fortune to you, Shalado. The day will come when your name means the same as hero to the folk of this realm. May you walk in the light of the crystal. Oh. It's time to catch up with the Valiants. This is... yeah, Orange is the one in Upper Lenosia. So it's like right on the borderline of Eorzean. Like, oh yeah, Eorzean territory and Gallian territory.
An innumerable host of dragons met us that day, at the heart of which flew the great Midgard Zormer. Though we succeeded in slaying that lord among worms, the dread
And see, that's gonna be important in Heavensward, because that's Midgard Zormer, who is one of the main dragons you actually meet in Heavensward. So he wasn't Sloon, he did need to take a big long nap though. He was quite injured. But that's how, that's the link between, that's why he's sleepy, basically, is because the Gallians done fucked him up when he was trying to defend the land from the Gallians invasion.
Even Meteor, the great sin, failed to yield us control over it. And for this failure, the realm has sunk deeper into depravity. It is twisted beyond all reckoning, rotten nigh to the core. Yet it must be saved. Only Garlean rule can bring order.
So I really
to
like
Eorzean.
Guts as a character. I think he's one of the best characters in this entire game, and I'll tell you, I love that his point of view just never changes. He's very set in what he believes, and that informs every action that he does through the entirety of ARR, and even beyond that. Well, look at that, it's the ultimate weapon. You see it already, holy shit, I've never noticed that before. I clearly don't pay enough attention when I play shit. I'm too distracted by how awesome their fucking armor looks. Okay, so, alright. I'm gonna get into the armor in a second. So, the main Gallians have like this ceremonial armor. I know they fight in it and stuff, but look, it's ceremonial armor, and I tell you why. Because it's based off the armor of the Empire from Final Fantasy XII. Final Fantasy XII is one of my favorite Final Fantasies. I fucking love that game. But basically, the Empire and like their vibe and how the Gallians are sort of how they dress is taken directly from the Empire, the Arcadian Final Fantasy XII. And how their judges are specifically. And a judge in 12 is basically a commander of sorts, but they have they basically can do whatever the fuck they want. It's not so much the case with the Gallians, but yeah, the main characters that have the cooler, like Nero, tend to be higher ranked, and so they can get away with a lot more than other Gallians. They're also pureblood Gallians, so not every Gallian is a pureblood Gallian. And that's an important thing in their culture as well, because they're an empire. They are a conquering empire, so if they conquer you, you become a Gallian, right? But that doesn't make you important. It just makes you part of the empire, and therefore needing to be loyal to the empire. Being a pureblood Gallian does give you more of that status, because you are, you know, genetically one of them, right? You weren't like taken over, right? You weren't integrated into their society. You've always been, like, and your family has always been. And again, cause they're like conquering empire, it's all got to do with like family line, all that kind of shit, and that is very, very reflective of how the Arcadian Empire is in Final Fantasy XII as well. I'll get more into Gaius' why I like Gaius' character later, because we've already arrived in Gridania, and I've already talked so much about stuff. I didn't even get to fucking talk about Nero. We'll get there. He shows up a bunch more. You could do so much on Nero. Like, so Nero is also a character I really like, but not as much as Gaius. Nero's a little shit though, so I just like him because he's fun, and I enjoy that they keep him even after ARR. They have him show up so much in the side content, and I know he's just been relegated to side content now, but I want him in all of the side content forever. Whenever Sid shows up in side content, Nero has to be there in my mind, because it's just the rules. I think they've left him alone for a while, so I don't think they'll bring him back at all. But I've appreciated him showing up when he does later on. I think he shows up in Stormblood stuff too, doesn't he? I know he's definitely in some Heavensward stuff. He shows up in Stormblood too, I think. But it's not main stuff, it's like the raids. He shows up in an Alliance raid. Yeah, it's all the side stuff. Basically, whenever we go and bug Sid, he seems to show up. Oh, and the Omega raids too. He was part of that as well for a hot second, I think. But yeah, I really, really like the design of the Guardians and stuff, because I really like the design of the judges from FF12. They're just cool as shit. I know it's the most impractical art, right? Like, it is. I know. But it just looks fucking cool, and it's really intimidating, and it's definitely the exact kind of thing that a conquering-esque empire is going to do, right? Because when you're talking about authoritarianism, see, we're going to get into some politics for a tiny little bit. So you're talking about authoritarian governments, right? And particularly fascistic authoritarian governments, which is 100% what the Gallian Empire is, right? I think we can all kind of agree with that notion. I could go into my arguments why, but I don't think I really need to. I think it's bleedingly obvious that the Gallians are a fascistic, authoritarian government. Not that they're a government, but you get what I mean. What you see throughout history, time and time again, with both fascist rules and authoritarian rules, is that style and fashion are really important. And I don't want to get too into it because it'll get really political really fast, but how you style and brand yourself, when it's one of the most important things to specifically those type of rules, right? And the obvious example of this is Nazi Germany. And they literally had fashion brand military uniforms, right? They were immaculate, and they were very well designed by professionals, right? They didn't just be like, oh yeah, this is good enough, this will work for stuff. No. It was style before function. They still functioned well too, but it was style first, and that was a particular thing. And that's a thing from our own history that is just integrated into the idea of what fascistic authoritarian regimes are like, and it's very much about being stylistic in how they present themselves. And that is what I like about both FF12 and FF14's Gallians, is that they also do that. Their fucking cool-ass armor is exceptionally well designed. Not for fighting, but for style. And that's the important part, because it is about that portraying a certain, you know, idea onto things. And it's a very important way that they kind of mold everyone below them, right? And it's just very cool that it's a thing, and it shows that writers know what they're fucking on about. Plus, also, it's just cool. I just think the armor's neat too. Especially Nero's. I think Nero's armor is my favorite out of all of them. Although Livia's is also pretty good, but I think Nero's is just the best. It suits not just him and his whole vibe, but it's also just really cool. Bias's is alright. It's okay. It could be better. You must be the envoy from Limsa. Welcome to Gridania, sir. The Elder Seed Seer awaits you. Let me leave. I'm being greeted. Greetings, good sir. You are the Leminsian envoy, are you not? I have received instruction to assist you. Pray make your way to the city proper and identify yourself to the conjurer at Nofikia's altar. He will admit you to the Lotus Stand where the Elder Seed Seer awaits. Alrighty, let's go talk to all the leaders. It's a fair ways, isn't it? Oh, wait, that's right, I gotta go do something really important before I forget. We gotta tune to the Aetherite. Gotta tune. Okay, we've attuned to the Aetherite. Alright. I can come back here anytime now. Good job, me. I actually remembered to do it. I'm actually surprised at myself. Now, I'm also gonna have to go and grab the other 2 jobs that I'm allowed to play in ARR. Because, for those that don't know, I did a poll on Discord about what race and job I should play for this replay, and that's why I'm a Lala. I don't like Lala. I just have a lot of people who wanted to make me play Lala. And when it comes to jobs, so as you can see, I'm an Arcanist. I will be playing Summoner when we get Jobstones, in probably sometime next week. But it was a draw between Summoner, Bard, and Dragoon. So I've decided that because AR is kind of long, and I'm gonna definitely hit level 50 way before we get done with it. It just means that I'm gonna end up playing all 3 at some point. Basically, I am allowed to play all 3 of those. And they'll probably all get to 50 anyway. You're the Leminsian envoy. Begging your pardon, sir, but might I inspect the missive you bear? Verily, this is the seal of the Admiral of Limbs and Limits, sir. Please, come with me.
So you are the Leminsian envoy.
Sure am.
And an adventurer besides. The realm owes much to you and yours. On behalf of our fair nation, I bid you welcome. Please. Allow me to introduce myself. I am Khan-e Senna, Elder Seedseer of Gridania, and leader of the Order of the Twin Adder, our nation's grand company. I understand you bear a message from the Admiral.
A remembrance service for the fallen of Carteneau. To think that 5 years have already come and gone. It seems like only yesterday that the Gallian Empire attempted to seize all that we hold dear. Rising in resistance, the city-states of Eorzea formed the Grand Companies and joined hands in alliance. But, unbeknown to us, the Gallians sought not to best us in battle, but moved instead to enact a terrible plot, the Meteor Project, by which the lesser moon, Dalawan, would be torn down from the heavens to annihilate all life below. In a desperate bid to save the realm from certain destruction, our forces marched for the Carteneau Flats, and there met with the 7th Imperial Legion. More bloody a battle I have never seen, and would never wish to see again. Yet the carnage was but a prelude to the atrocity which followed. But despite our best efforts, Dalaman continued its descent, and from it emerged the elder primal Bahamut, who proceeded to rain fire upon Eorzea. The 7th Imperial Legion was consumed in the blinking of an eye, while our own forces fared little better. That any among us were spared defies explanation. All seemed sure to perish. As the flames converged upon us, I prepared myself for death, only for a brilliant light to envelop me, relieving me of my senses. When at last I awoke, Bahamut was gone, and the land, which had but moments before been aflame, now seemed to me a place unknown, not simply ruined, but changed. Archon Louis Soir may well have been able to shed light upon these mysteries, but he, like so many, never returned from Carteneau. And so we were left with countless questions and no prospect of an answer. Yet such matters did not long occupy our thoughts, for we had far graver concerns. The calamity, as the devastation brought by Bahamut has come to be known, laid our nations nigh to waste, and to this day we struggle to rebuild our lives and homes. To compound matters, the beast tribes continue to summon their primals, while the Empire encroaches upon our borders, consolidating its foothold in Eorzea. The outlook, in short, is bleak. In the wake of the calamity, it has been all each nation could do to nurse its own wounds. Yet if we are to weather the incoming storm, we must needs stand united once more. A remembrance service may well present an opportunity to rekindle the spirit of unity which first gave rise to the Alliance. I wholeheartedly approve of the Admiral's proposal. The necessary provisions shall be made for service here in Gridania. You've done the people of Eorzea a fine service this day, and I would not put you to further trouble. I shall see that my reply reaches the Admiral. You, meanwhile, are bound next for Uldar, are you not? Please send the Flame General my regards. And if you would be so kind, I should appreciate it if you would inform him of a pet of mine has been ill-behaved of late, my wolf to be precise. Needless to say, he must be brought to heel, and I would very much welcome the General Council on how this might be achieved. I thank you for coming. May the 12 see you safe to Uldar and beyond. Alrighty, so we have now met which actually, we will just, gotta go to the airship there. It's so far away. So we have these little things. Yeah, I might come unlock the Archer and Lancer later, because those are the other two I'm allowed to play at the moment. That might be something we do next time we're in Gridania. Otherwise, I'll be here all fucking night. Greetings, sir. This is the counter for passengers traveling to Uldar. Oh, are you not Shalado Halado, the Limincian Envoy? On behalf of all at Skywind Skyways, may I say what an honor it is to serve you. Will you be flying with us today? Yeah, I will be. Time to go aboard the airship. Nope. Wait, I can't fucking see. I'm blind. And off we shall go again to Uldar, and then we will be done with our little journey to all three of the city-states. Alright, we are now in Uldar, ready to meet our last leader. You must be the envoy from Limsa Liminsa. Welcome to Uldar, sir. The Flame General awaits your arrival. Gonna meet Reborn. As I said, I really love Reborn. Again, I think he has the best story of the three leaders. He's cool as fuck as well. Welcome to Uldar, sir. We have been expecting you. Flame General Ruban will receive you in the Fragrant Chamber. Please take the lift down to the Hustings Strip and speak with Barthelmo, the Royal Promenade. Alright. Time to go and take the lift to the Hustings Strip. That's what we were directed to do. Gotta follow directions. Gotta attune to Aetherites. You're gonna have to like go to the big Aetherbrite and attune to it as well before we move. I'll die if I forget to do that. The Lamensin Envoy, I presume. Would you be so good as to allow me to inspect the mace of you bear, sir? My thanks. Ah, yes, the Admiral's seal. Please proceed.
Ah, a guest from Limsa. I thought I smelled stale ale. I won't hold it against you. If you're half the warrior Merlvib says, 'tis a wonder you don't reek of dead Sahagin. Welcome to the Sultanate of Ul'dah. I am Rauban al-Din, General of the Immortal Flames. But you did not come all this way to trade formalities.
Carteneau. I remember bloody Carteneau. Do you know what happened that day, adventurer? When we took the field against the Garlands. So my counterparts have educated you. Arne's pet is giving her trouble, is it? Well, she should already know my mind on that subject. Wolves are beyond taming. It's but a matter of time before they bare their teeth. So it was with the Garleans 50 years ago. No sooner had they learned how to use Magitech than they began seizing territory from their neighbors. Led by then Legatus Solus von Galvus, they swiftly brought the other nations of Ilzabard to heel, so the Legatus became an emperor, and his republic an empire. An empire which then set its sights upon Eorzean. But the conquering empire is now an old man of 80 winters. His health is failing, and he has no clear successor. Like as not, this is why the Garleans have been quiet of late. But the 14th Imperial Legion is still entrenched within it. And their commander, Legatus Gaius von Balsa, has long harbored ambition of conquest. Were he to strike now, I fear we would fall like so many others before. Not only Ul'dah, the emblems of Lemonster as well. But the calamity brought the lot of us to our heels, and we've yet to get up. We barely have the strength to stand against the beast tribes, never mind the primals they mean to summon. We are a realm divided adventure, an alliance in name only. But the wolf cares not for the plight of its prey. The Garleans stir, and the elder seed seer would not let it go unnoticed. All other concerns pale in comparison to the empire, even the beast tribes and their bloody primals. We must stand united once more. That much is clear. And if we're to do so, we must remember the cause which last brought us together. Melwood will have her memorial. We will honor the memory of the fallen. We will remind the people that their brothers and sisters fought and died. Shall I inform the Sultana and listen to it? I will speak with her grace myself. Very good, sir. The Admiral will have my reply anon. My thanks to you, adventurer. He's so cool. So cool. Yeah, I can make use of the airship. Also got a minion. Let's do some administration. Nom. Okay. All of the Sea. Bartholomew has information that may be of interest to you. Ah, my Lord Envoy, I trust your stay in the Sultanate has been pleasant. Now, if you do not mind my asking, do you perchance have plans to visit Limsa Leminster in the near future? If so, I have information that may be of interest to you. I once accompanied the Flame General on an official visit to the seaside city-state, during which time I became acquainted with Baderon, the proprietor of the Drowning Witch. Well, the man sent word just now that he has a job for a capable adventurer. I can think of none with better credentials than you. Baderon would doubtless be pleased were you to offer him your services. Okie dokie. We gotta go back to Limsa, so we're just gonna eat the right back. Go speak to our old friend Baderon. Be like, hey, we totally delivered all of those missives. We've taken our little tour. We can now just travel there whenever the fuck we like. It's very convenient for us. We're probably never going to use the airships again. Unless I start running out of money, but I probably won't. Welcome to the Drowning Ridge. Sit wherever you like, mate. I'll be with you in a... Well, if it ain't the one and only Shalado Halado. I was told a distinguished venturer might be reporting for duty. Fancy that venture being you, eh? Just so you're fairly warned though, this ain't no job for the faint of heart. Things are liable to get downright bleeding airy. But if you think you're still interested, let me know and I'll fill you in on the details. Oh, we have... I mean, we have to get the cow, don't we? Yes. That is the one for us. Well, it's gonna get rid of our really shit, like, look at us. Look at us, we look ridiculous again.